Hey everybody, welcome to Powerhouse Ministries. My name is Joseph, this is Nancy, and today we are celebrating our 10th online service.
Can you believe it's been 10 weeks that we've been meeting like this? It's been so fun to see you guys every week and writing in the comments and sending your love to us. And as fun as that has been, we are really excited to get to meet in person. So stay tuned. In the next couple weeks, we'll have some announcements for you. But until then, we're going to get this party started. Joseph, what are you doing? That's for later.
Sorry, I got hungry.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm hungry too. Give me some of that.
Oh yeah, please. Is it good?
Pretty good.
It is pretty good. You guys, we've been partying all week. We had our Folsom Lake High School graduation ceremony, and it just went amazing. We wanted to thank everyone that pitched in and helped sponsor one of the students. They just seemed so happy. The teachers seemed overjoyed, and we just want to thank you guys so much. So we have a video right now that's gonna play for you guys.
That was so much fun, and thank you to all of you that made it possible for us to honor every single one of the graduates of Folsom Lake High School. If you're a senior in our youth group who does not attend Folsom Lake, we want to honor you as well. So like this bag right here for Anna, come on by, we have a gift for you, but you got to come see us, and we want to celebrate you.
Speaking of parties, we got another great party coming up this upcoming Thursday. I'm gonna send it over to Nancy for the details.
June 4th at 4 o'clock. We hope you'll join us on YouTube or on Facebook. We have an event page also on Facebook. It's going to be an amazing event, and we are just so excited. We are building 2 new buildings for our Women and Children's Transformation Center, doubling our capacity, and we want you to be a part of this event with us, so hope you can make it.
Alright, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're so glad to see you here. If you haven't yet, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Say hi, say what's up. We just want to connect with you guys.
this party just keeps getting better and better. We have Taylor and Shannon Foad now that are going to lead us in a time of worship.
Hello everybody, welcome to Powerhouse. My name is Taylor and this is my beautiful wife Shannon, and this is our 10th online service. Woo! Number 10. If you guys want to get up on your feet, we are going to do some worship, and please join us today while we sing to the Lord. Let's sing this out, people. People come together, strangers, neighbors, our blood is one. Children of generations, of every nation, of kingdom come. So don't let your heart be troubled. Hold your head up high, don't fear no evil. Fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. Take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where our help comes from. Let's do it again. Swing wide, all you heavens. Let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath repeats the song. All its children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Swing wide, let's go do it again. Swing wide, all you heavens, let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All His children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. salvation is in his blood. And Jesus, light of heaven, friend forever, his kingdom come.
I won't Hey guys, hope you guys are staying well. We miss you so much. Hopefully you're not going too crazy in this quarantine. I'm hoping it's almost done. From what I've heard, it could be May, which is super exciting. So hopefully you guys have some fun plans for when it is officially done. I just want to take a few minutes to kind of talk about how my relationship with God has grown throughout all of this. Right before this virus broke out, I was in a super bad headspace. Like, I was on the verge of burnout. I was almost about to quit my job, which I love. I have amazing coworkers. I have amazing customers who come in, and I have personal interactions with all of them. And so that was like a really big deal for me to even be thinking of quitting my job. And I brought it up to the other interns and to Josh and was like, guys, I am not in a good headspace at all. Like, I don't know how to fix it, but I just need you guys to know, like, I want to be here and like I want to encourage others, but I'm not in a spot myself to even be able to do that. And so it's really cool how they've been able to like help walk me through it. And like, I have built my connections with them by being able to talk about it and being open about it, and them supporting any decision I made, whether it was to quit my job or to continue doing it and just fight through it. I did end up not quitting my job, which I'm super thankful for. I'm still working during this quarantine. We've got my other coworker out there twirling a sign every day, which is super fun to watch and super fun to hear all the customer stories about how our dancing girl outside brought them in to get some sandwiches and some lunch and like support the local businesses. And so I've been super grateful and thankful for this opportunity that God is giving me and for giving me the strength to get through it. I know about a week into the coronavirus, like I had a huge like heart flip. Like I was so excited all of a sudden, on fire for God and like super passionate and ready to like share that with other people. And I don't know what flipped the switch for me, but I think part of it is like I am a go kind of person, and I do not take time to just sit and have alone time. So I think this was God's way of like, okay, you always say you want one-on-one time with me and you want alone time with me. Here's your opportunity. No more excuses of I don't have time to do that, or like, you know, I'm too busy for that. I have all this free time. So I've been going on a bunch of walks lately, which is super nice, clearing my head, enjoying God's nature. I've been going on walks with my mom and growing our relationship, which is super cool because before all of this, we both work on opposite days, opposite times, so I rarely get to see her. So I think for me, this whole thing is as stressful as it is, like it's making me realize what's important to me and what I value. And like, I value a relationship with God, and I value quality time with family and friends. And so being able to kind of take some downtime and like ask God like what he wants for me and like how he wants me to pursue him has been super great for me. And I'm hoping that through all of this, you guys can still find like one-on-one time with God, and like you still want that relationship with him, even though we're in a super scary time right now. Like, I hope you guys just keep having hope and faith through all of it, and that you don't give up. And we're always here if you need people to talk to also. I know I wouldn't have been able to get through any of this if I didn't have people to talk to and build relationships with. And I know that's hard with this social distancing thing, but you guys can go on a 6-foot distance walk together, or you can FaceTime other people, or we're all here for you if you need people to talk to. I just encourage you to really ask God right now what he wants you to do in the spare time, and like what his main focus is during this virus, so that as soon as it's done, like you have something you're going after and like dreams you want to like continue looking for, and you want to pursue more. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to pray for you guys really quick. Hey God, I just thank you so much for this great opportunity to be able to encourage other people when I was not at a spot to have encouragement myself. And I just ask that you remind everyone that you are here, and that you provide them with hope and peace and faith during all of this, Lord, and that you give them the opportunity to have alone time with you and one-on-one time with you, and experience that one-on-one relationship, and just to continue wanting more of their faith, and to realize that when this is all done, you are still here through it all, Lord, and that you never give up on them. And so I just ask that you be a light to others who may be going through some dark and depressing times right now, and just remind them that you are here and you are a shoulder for them to lean on when they need it. I hope you guys stay healthy, and I hope we see you soon. Bye. That was awkward. Bye.
What's up, Powerhouse? It's Josh Levine. Just wanted to come and hang out with you guys for a little bit. Did you guys see, by the way, that balloon drop during worship? That was the coolest thing ever. I have to say I'm a little bit hurt. My feelings are hurt. Whenever I lead worship, there's never a balloon drop. So production team, here's the deal. Next week, I want fireworks, like opening song fireworks. I don't think we can promise that because it's indoors. But do your best. I just want it to be cool. But really, thank you so much, Taylor and Shannon. It's fun to see you guys up there leading and all married and grown up. Super weird. I feel kind of old. But it's really special. And Megan, I loved hearing your story and just love your heart. And did you guys know that Megan actually assembled all of the grad bags that we passed out for the graduates this last week? Thank you, Megan. You're incredible. I love being a part of this team. We've been doing this for about 10 weeks, and this whole lockdown situation has been going on for almost a quarter of a year, which is nuts. I know when it first started, everybody was super thankful. They're like, oh, I love that I get to like break routine, and a little bit fearful of like, I don't know what's about to happen. But at the same time, there was this kind of pause where people got to rest. And I'm not sure about you, but I'd imagine that many of you have settled into a new kind of routine. I know we have. Powerhouse is doing a lot of things, but some things consistently. And I just want to celebrate some of those things because I think it's amazing. Over the past 10 weeks, our offices have stayed open, and countless people have come in to receive food and services and support. We've done hundreds of home deliveries, from everything from food to blankets to services to going by just to pray. Our graduations have turned into drive-through graduations. And Ashley, I know we celebrated your graduation just yesterday. Well, it's Thursday now, so for you guys seeing this on Sunday, it was a few days ago. We celebrated on Wednesday. But it's been fun just to see all the different ways our community has come together to keep things moving and really just to keep doing good things in the midst of uncertainty. And so I'm proud of you guys. I love you guys. I'm excited to see where things head out. I talked to many of you, and some of you were doing better than others. Some of you were like, I need this over. I need to get back to my friends. I need to like go out to Starbucks and sit. And others, actually the most common thing that I heard was, I'm so thankful for the rest and just to press pause on my life. And I began to think about that. And I was like, man, for the first few weeks, it was like that in my life too. I was so thankful to pause and rest and to kind of reevaluate what was important. If you're anything like me, sometimes your priorities get kind of like flipped upside down and you lose vision and you kind of lose the why behind what you're doing. Just a couple weeks ago, it was 2 a.m, which is when my beautiful baby girl loves to wake up. And she wakes up at 2 a.m. and she starts to cry. And it was my turn, and so I pick her up. And if you've had a kid, you know, carrying a sort of asleep baby is a little bit like carrying a bomb. So I pick her up. I'm trying to like do all the things to make her fall back to sleep. I'm trying to make ocean sounds with my mouth and rock her and bounce. And I carry her to the changing table, and I set her down, and I'm being so careful not to wake her up even further, and I'm changing her. And then she looks at me and she just starts smiling, like the biggest smile. And I know like my heart like sinks because I'm like, oh no, she is fully awake and wants to play. And she starts kicking her legs all around and rolling around on the changing table. And Lisa's sound asleep in the room. And I realized that this might be my problem for the next 2 hours, and I wasn't going to be getting sleep. And it's funny, you know, sometimes we get caught in routine, and I begin to tell myself that my job at 2 a.m. is to just go and feed her and change her and put her back to bed. But it's not. My job at 2 a.m. is to love my daughter and to see her and to feed her when necessary and change her when necessary, but more than any of that, to just love my daughter, who doesn't know that it's night or day, that just sees her dad in the middle of the night and smiles and wants to play. And my heart begins to sink in my stomach as I realize, like, somehow my head got messed up. I started forgetting why I was doing the things that I was doing, that waking up at 2 a.m. is just care for the needs of my daughter. It's not to do some routines so I could get back to bed. And it really made me think about this whole situation differently. How many things like that have we done for years, and with forgetting the why? I was thinking about the first Sunday off, I guess we'd call it, where me and my wife slept in and didn't have church. And we were like, oh my gosh, this feels so good to like rest and relax. Because I don't know about you, but I think like for me, sometimes I just do things so much that it just loses the heart of the why. It's like singing the same song over and over. I probably shouldn't say this, but Reckless Love for me. I know for many of you, that's like your favorite song ever, but for me, Reckless Love, I hear it, and I die a little bit inside having to sing it again. Because I just, somehow the repetition just begins to wreck our hearts. There's this story in Scripture in John 5 about this paralyzed man who was waiting around a pool, the pool of Bethesda, for 38 years. He had heard and maybe even seen that this angel would come and would stir up the center of the waters, and the first one to get in there and to swim in this pool would get healed. And so he got close to it, and for 38 years never made it in time, and just sat and watched. And I imagine like sometimes maybe even going to church is a little bit like that, where maybe a long time ago you had this encounter with Jesus that changed things. Maybe when you were a kid, you accepted him into your heart and you had this powerful moment, but then some years pass and you find yourself no longer swimming in the deep of the waters, but sitting on the side. And every once in a while, maybe you see your friend or maybe somebody you know or somebody at church, you hear this testimony, somebody encounters God in a real way, and you begin to get encouraged again and maybe even tell yourself, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here, because God can do stuff like that in other people. But for years, we've been spectators rather than participants. And maybe this is just a message for me today, but I feel like God is calling us out of being a spectator and calling us into being a participant. That no matter how extraordinary the healing you received years ago or the revelation that you received years ago, no matter how extraordinary that was, not to discount it or to limit it, but that God wanted to do an even greater work in you today and right now. I know for me, I can get caught up in, well, I'm at church. How can I help? Is there a table to be moved? Is there a song to be sung? Is there food to be passed out? And then at the end, it's you know that awkward moment at the end of church where they say, does anybody need prayer? And I'm like, oh, this is for other people. I just want to challenge, this is a funny thing to challenge you, but when was the last time you were at church and there was an altar call and an opportunity to receive prayer, and you took it? I know for me, if I did that math, it'd be kind of embarrassing. I think we get so comfortable helping other people see God that we forget that we so desperately need him. There's this book called Circle Makers, and the whole concept is about this guy that wants to see revival break out in his city. And he prays for it, and he's like, God, would you move in my family? Would you move at my workplace? Would you move in my church? Would you move in my city? Would the whole nation come to know Jesus? And he hears this word from the Lord, is like, first I want you to grab a pen and draw a circle on your floor around you and start praying that revival would happen right there where you're standing. I think so many times we want things for everyone else and forget to take them for ourselves. I know for many of us, we've loved the break. We've loved maybe even the peace, the extra time. But I hope in our hearts we begin to reignite the vision of why we do anything. I, for one, cannot wait for the day that we're back together in church, singing, sharing testimonies, encouraging each other. I'll be honest and say that I enjoyed some of the break, but not just to sleep, so that I could re-engage my heart and fix my heart and begin saying to the Lord, like, I don't want to be the guy sitting on the edge of the pool for 38 years watching other people get healed. I want to be the guy swimming. I want to be the guy that's still moved, still impacted, still reachable, still touchable, still sensitive enough to feel the Holy Spirit, still longing and aching to see God revive my own heart. I want to be the guy still admitting he's wrong, still laying everything out, the guy that is brave enough to cry, that still feels. This thing that God's doing is for us. The Bible talks a lot about a hard heart, and I don't know exactly what that means all the time, but I know it's not just this like angry at God thing. I really think a hard heart is just an untouchable heart that is so bogged down in routine, in past experiences, that it just can't feel and can't be touched anymore. And so God, right now in this moment, with my heart and with anyone who wants to partner with me, would you soften every corner and every space? Would I feel you and see you and hear you? Would I run into the pool and the places you are rather than sit on the sidelines? God, would I wait on you to speak to me? Would I believe again for the things forgotten? Jesus, we love you. Amen. Before we go on and do anything, I'm going to have Amy come up in just a second and lead us in a song. But could we do that together? Could we, rather than thinking about the good that could happen for someone else, could we be selfish for a moment? And as she sings this song, would you invite the Holy Spirit to come and do a work in you that may be long overdue? We love you guys. Let's worship.
If my life could tell a story, if my heart could sing a song, if I have a testimony, if I have anything at all, no one ever cared for me like Jesus. His faithful hand has held me all this way. And when I'm old and gray and all my days are numbered on the earth, let it be known, in you alone my joy was found. Oh, my joy was found. Let my children tell their children Let this be their memory, that all my treasure was in heaven, and you were everything to me. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. His faithful hand has held me all this way. And when I'm old and gray and all my days are numbered on the earth, let it be known, in you alone my joy was found. All my joy was found in you. I'm still in love. You're still enough for me. Still all I want. You're still my everything. I'm still in love. You're still enough for me. Still all I want. You're still my everything. I'm still in love. You're still enough for me. Still all I want. You're still my everything. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. His faithful hand has held me all this way. And when I'm old and gray and all my days are numbered on the earth, let it be known, in you alone my joy was found. I found my joy in you. All my joy was found in you, God.
We hope that you were encouraged by the message today. If you would like to connect with us, you need prayer or anything else, call our office, message us, or connect with us on social media. Don't forget this Thursday, June 4th at 4 o'clock to join us for our groundbreaking ceremony. It's going to be such an incredible time. It was great being with you guys today. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.